Okay, so you probably saw my two lives, and yeah, I was really mad. I didn't really want to go on live, so I'm just gonna make a quick video for y'all, and think also for 12 subscribers. I mean, I only have 12 subscribers. I need more subscribers. So people, go tell your friends about this channel. Make them subscribe. Make them make YouTube. If they don't have a YouTube account, make them make it. Make them make it. Okay? Cause is my camera messed up? Oh well, just enjoy the video. But so we're looking at Space Force today. U.S. Space Force. Okay, so I've heard of this, but I've never what do they do? Do they fight aliens or something, for real? I'm really trying to find out. So we're gonna look at this video from Time and just get into it. If an ad comes up, just don't mind.
Nearly 25 years ago, lawmakers passed.
Shut up. Okay. Let's go here. And alright, so Space Force is part of the
In
Air
January
Force,
2020, John W. Raymond was sworn in as the leader of the newly created U.S. Space Force.
Now we have a command with a singular focus on space superiority.
It is the military's first new uniformed service in 72 years.
So everybody, this is Bill and his team from Time Magazine.
Over the last 2 years, the Space Force has become tied up with President Trump's political prospects.
Space Force.
A main challenge confronted by the Pentagon is convincing the American public that the Space Force is not an unnecessary vanity project for the president,
that flag list is kind of fire.
but rather an idea that has been under consideration for decades.
Okay, I want to know what they do. What do they do, bro? Are they just nerds? And they just...
Buckley Air Force Base in Colorado supports air and space operations around the globe. Since its inception in 1947, the U.S. Air Force has created subdivisions to oversee space defense needs. Space Force will be the latest step in this evolution.
Sector Chief, what's your status?
Many of these service members are likely to form the core of this new branch.
Loading in Threat Zone Romeo. Intel check sources.
Oh, so they work in Okay, I get it. So they work in you know how when you're about to let's say you're on a rocket ship, right? You're on a rocket ship, and the people who operate and stuff who talk to you when you're on the rocket ship, and they T-minus 10, 9, 8, 7, you know what I'm saying? But those, I think they those people, but there's different branches of. I've heard that there's different branches of Space Force. So basically, there's a branch where it's there's a security task force, and there's the people who are in the offices and stuff, and the nerds, and there's people who that's why I saw the other training, and it was really it was really soft and stuff, because it wasn't usually I see marine trainings and stuff, and they're really intense. You gotta just snap quick. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, I guess that's really what they do, yeah.
There's pretty much nothing that we do as citizens of this world that isn't tied to space.
What you mean, man?
The United States has spent the
another
past
world,
half-century placing satellites into space that now provide the backbone for our daily lives.
First television broadcast via satellite.
The US Air Force operates the Global Positioning System, GPS. Our hospitals, banks, streetlights, and gas pumps all rely on satellite timings to operate.
Oh, so they work with satellites.
145-mile-an-hour winds.
As
That
do
makes
American
sense.
naval ships, missile warning systems, armed drones, and smart bombs.
I don't think the American public sufficiently understands the importance of space. More people probably listen to Stephen Colbert every night.
Facts, I'm telling you.
A lot are wondering, when are we going to have, spacecraft transiting here and there, almost a Star Trek version.
Space Force.
Yes.
The comedians are having a field day with this. It becomes a laughingstock program, and yet this is deadly serious business.
Facts. Straight facts. It's
When I
real
came into
life.
the space business, I was trained to operate in a peaceful, benign environment. There was no threat, and that requires a different skill set. It requires developing space operators that have a better understanding of joint warfighting, but it also requires us to develop joint warfighters that have a better understanding of space.
Okay. I'm
There's a treaty, people always refer to it, the Outer Space Treaty back in the 60s, and really what that treaty says is you can't have a nuclear weapon in space.
I'll cut it.
Short of that, it's the
Actually, no.
Wild Wild West.
I'll do 2 videos and I'll cut it down.
Bob Hall is a former satellite operator and the technical director of a private company monitoring satellite behaviors.
For a long time, people have viewed this as a space is big outlook on things, meaning the volume of space is so large and the density of objects so small that the chances of hitting something are too small to worry about. That's changing dramatically over the last decade.
Since the launch of the first satellite into space in 1957, almost 9,000 satellites from 40 different countries have been launched into orbit.
That's a lot.
Today, we
40
have
different
roughly
countries.
2,500, 2,600 active satellites flying around the Earth. On the drawing boards are something like 57,000.
Wow.
Resiliency has become increasingly the name.
Speaking of space, I wonder like where if there's trash in space. Like, what are the people in space? What do they do with their trash or their poop and stuff? Like, what? I think they just throw it. I mean, you can't hear anything in space, and you know there's no air. But like, what happens to their poop and their pee and their food and their wrappers and all that? Do they just like? I don't know. I just really want to know that. But I'm
The name of the game to make sure that our satellites are resilient against cyber attacks, the possibility of jamming, so that we have better detection should there be a weapon that would be coming toward a satellite so that we can maneuver out of the way.
Okay. So
We're
it's
seeing
like,
a lot more
tech
activity
stuff.
by foreign countries as they advance the state of the art and they develop new technologies.
The UN now recognizes 90 spacefaring nations.
I cannot see
governments
that.
across the globe, primarily.
Okay, I don't want to name all of them, but Argentina, Australia, Canada, China, Colombia, Costa Rica, Cuba, Cyprus, El Salvador, Denmark, Dominican Republic, Iraq, Israel, Italy, Japan, Jordan. I got a friend named Jordan. Mexico, Morocco, Nigeria, Niger, Pakistan, Oman, I think, Hungary, Greece, Germany, France, Sweden. That's a lot of countries actually. Portugal, Turkey, United States, United Kingdom, Syria, Switzerland, Sudan, Sweden, South Africa, and Korea, Singapore, and Saudi Arabia, and Italy. That's actually I already said Italy. Hungary. I can't name all of these. There's a lot of different countries that I cannot pronounce. And Vietnam, Finland, Thailand. I mean, why did I say Finland? I'm dumb. Okay, yeah, okay. So those are the countries. I don't think you can see them. I can't not see them from my other monitor. But yeah, those are the countries. So that's actually really cool. Oh,
Primarily led by the
Cuba? Yes, no,
US,
Chad. Okay.
Russia, and China, are developing technologies that could enable them to interfere with and
Bolivia?
destroy satellites in a crisis. In November 2019, US intelligence analysts noticed something peculiar after Russia launched a spacecraft into orbit. Bafflingly, it released a second satellite. By mid-January 2020, the Russian satellites had sidled next to a multi-billion-dollar US spy satellite known as the KH-11, one of the US military's most powerful spy tools. Although the Russian satellites pulled away after the US expressed concerns to Russia through diplomatic channels.
Space Force, like they do technical stuff. We're halfway through the video. I'm gonna do another video, next weck, where I have spring break and I have free time. I'm about to go fishing with my dad a couple days ago, in spring break. But yeah. So this is Space Force, and I mean, it looks cool. I mean, can't lie about that. But it's a lot of technical stuff. So if you're a nerd and you're a geek, dude, go to Space Force. Goodbye. Oh, like and subscribe, dude. And no, for real, like and subscribe. It's persuade your friends to subscribe to me because I am fantastic. Goodbye.